Hello. Oh, I wonder who's actually going to come on a Friday afternoon this early.
Hello.
See, this is a problem. Okay, there we go. I think I'll be on here for about an hour and a half. Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Oh, some new faces that I haven't really seen. Don't mind me drinking this tea. That's why I named it sipping tea, because it's literally what I'm doing. Like we're sipping tea while all this mess goes down, and I'm literally sipping tea because I need it. Ever since I went hard in that studio session, it hasn't been the same. Like my voice is like my throat has been hurting and stuff, so I'm trying to keep it together. Hi. Okay, so I see Twitter was a mess yesterday. I saw that. I just actually tuned in at like this morning to see what was going on. Apparently, we have somebody either. I don't know if it's true, but they definitely had some C stands and some harmonizers a little bit shook there yesterday, and like into this morning even, because somebody had they like leaked, and I use that word very loosely. They leaked info about 5H's contract and how it relates to Camila, and I don't know what that was about, but I did read through it, and it was set up the way that an actual contract is, because I've seen lots of contracts. I've seen lots of contracts drawn up. I mean, it looks like any other like professionally made contract. Except, I don't know. I didn't see any, you don't see any signatures or anything. You just see terms and stuff. So anybody could have literally like typed that up on Microsoft Word and printed it out. So, I mean, I don't really know the legitimacy of all of it. But someone I do follow on Twitter had retweeted it. And, a lot of the stuff was, it was plausible, but I don't know if it was actually true. This is like the perfect temperature. All the time with this phone. Where's the phone at? It's going to continue to rain now. Oh, the phone fell on the floor. He said. Oh, it's nobody important. Anyway. So, yeah. Are you kidding me right now? You're not important. I literally like answer and hang up when I don't want to answer the phone. Nobody even knows his number, so I know it's telemarketers. We haven't given anybody this number since we changed our service. I'm not sure if it's true either, Steph says, but it wouldn't shock me if it is. It wouldn't shock me either. And then they also make a correlation to the leaked audio of Lauren and Allie, well, mostly Lauren, talking about, how they kind of get nothing, and then they get treated like slaves, and they do all this labor and like don't see a lot of their money, which is something that I've actually been talking about for a long time. And even since the beginning of my channel, a lot of people like to throw out, oh, they're making bank and all this stuff. A lot of money, gross sales, but they're not actually garnering a lot of profit from it, especially the artists who are backed by big corporations and big, the record labels. Because when you think about it, the record labels, they're giving you all this stuff. They give you a certain amount of money and you do with that money what you need to do in order to get your music done and or to finish your project, set up a tour, whatever you have to do in order to, be successful in the industry. But again, it's a loan and you got to pay that money back. And all of the things that they do for you, promotion and everything else, I mean, you have to go and earn that money back and then some. A lot of the time these artists, they get these deals, but then they end up having to pay back a whole bunch of people. And then of course, whoever works in your project, like if you're not one of those people who can sit there and write and produce all of your tracks, you're going to end up paying some other people a percentage of the money that you get, no matter what you do. Wherever you're performing a specific song, whoever wrote that song has to get royalties from that. They have to get a check, unless you buy the rights. Unless you buy the rights to a song, and then it's yours, you're pretty much leasing these songs. And in your contracts, if the contract says that it's a lease, then you have to pay the person every single time you use that song. Why do you think crazy Wendy Williams, she don't be letting them sing? I mean, it's the same thing there. Wherever the song is, whoever made the song, whoever has credits on the song, they have to get a check. And honestly, all those people, they get the money before you do. So I can see where it can correlate with Lauren's statements, but I don't know if that's actually what it is. Because how a lot, especially harmonizers, love to reach, and make something more than what it is a lot of the time. And I will say that. But so most of their income comes from touring. Yes, that, well, I won't say all that. I won't even say all that. Okay, so when you tour, yes, a lot of the money you can make back by touring, but it depends on your tour. If you think about Fifth Heart, like their tours, they're usually never that huge of a production. If you notice, it's always just been those four and then their band and whatever sound people they have. They don't have a big production with a huge band and like a whole bunch of background dancers flying around the stage and stuff. They don't have all of that because they just don't have those kinds of funds, and they know that they would need to pay all this. Like everybody has to get paid. Even when you're touring, everybody has to get paid. Everybody that went into making that tour, your stage directors, your managers, the producers for the stage producers, all that stuff, your band, your background dancers, if you have anybody who is performing on that stage with you, and everybody who's working behind the scenes on that tour, they have to get a check too. So all of the money that you make, let's say you make $100,000 in one night from just the tour, from just like the ticket sales. You got to give 10% to this person, 10% to that person. You got to give 20% to like the whole band, and then they split it evenly. Like they split it evenly amongst them. I mean, so you've already lost at this point $40,000. You're left with $60,000, and then even the record label, they have some clout they have some pull into what you make on tours as well, because you're still representing them. And so then that means like they still, and all of the activities that you do, they still get some of that money. So, I mean, you make a lot of money while touring, because if you think about, 20,000, if you really are still selling out stadiums and stuff, let's say 20,000 people come to your concert and each person is paying like over or so. I mean, you're making a good, like, few $100,000, well, yeah. So I mean, you're making a lot of money in one night, but a lot of that money is still going to go to everybody else who had a hand in creating the production that you're putting on. It's good that yes, that's exactly what I was saying before too. It's good that they actually had some writing credits in this album, because that means that not as much has to go to a whole writing team. There's probably only a few people who have writing credits on the songs in this album. They had like one or two writers, per song, and then and then it was like paired off, so it's 2 members of Fifth Harmony and like maybe 1 or 2 writers for each song on the album. So it was like it's less money that has to be divided, and then more money can go to them. That's the reason why I'm so like my mother is so like adamant about me starting to write and produce. Like the last track that I just put down 2 days ago, that track is completely written and produced by me. Like I wrote it, I produced it, I arranged it. The only thing that I have to pay out now is to the sound engineer, and he gets his money he gets his money before everybody else. He gets it off the top anyway. So for that specific song, I'm getting all the credits for that because I did all of the writing and producing for that track. That's the reason why, you know, artists like, I want to say Tinashe and a few others, they are able to kind of stay afloat because they do a lot of their own writing and producing for their tracks. You know, they may collaborate with other, you know, artists and stuff and other producers, but for the most part, they're doing a lot of their own stuff by themselves. And that's also why a lot of other artists really can't get signed because, you know, the record labels, they want you to depend on them because they want to be able to make all the money from you. Because what a lot of them do is they even, a lot of them, especially for newer artists, they will send in a lot of the people that work under them because they're a lot, you know, obviously they don't just sign music artists, record labels, they sign dancers, they sign producers, background singers that, you know, just prefer to be in the background, and also writers. They have like whole teams of writers that sit there and just write songs all day, and that's what they do. And then when they get picked up, they send that person over to the artist, and they, you know, have like a one-on-one with the artist and get them to really bring out and make their song come alive. The record label sometimes provides people for these artists, a lot of these manufactured artists and stuff, and that's how Fifth Harmony was at first. I feel like a lot of their writers and producers and stuff came out of Epic themselves. Like Epic actually brought them to Fifth Harmony, and they kind of had to deal with that. But yeah, I'm like ranting. So it's right to say that a lot of their income comes from the touring. It's definitely not coming from album sales because the album sales, and then a lot more money comes out of the album because, you know, you got to pay, again, the writers, producers, but then you also have to pay, you know, the people who made the cover art and the ones who distributed the CDs. Like they get a percentage of that too. They get a percentage. And then of course you gotta pay iTunes if you put it on iTunes, and Spotify, all the platforms that you put them on, they also get a percentage of that money. When I put my one song on iTunes, like 2 years ago, I haven't made that much money because only like people who were close to me and people who followed me on my other channel really went to buy that song, and the song itself is 99 cents. So, and then like I think I see like 60 or 70% of that. I think they take like 30% or 35% or something like that. So I'm like making cents every single time. So I think I might be at like $40 or something from that song. So yeah, that whole thing with the contract though, I'm still kind of weary about it because there's a lot of people on there saying that somebody just put that together and put it out there, just to, you know, just to piss off Camila fans and also to make Camila look bad. But I don't know. It's just all a little bit too much. It's all a little bit sketchy to me, and I don't know why. Like, it's a mess. But if it is true, then it's really messed up. What's even more messed up is that they would sign it. I mean, contracts are pretty confusing because, especially when they use a lot of like rhetoric, like using like a whole bunch of like loose terms and everything, and kind of mix words around to make it seem like, um, like you're going to be getting something when you're really not. Like I was signed to a management company, and that was last October, and it was for a year. It was only a year. And I mean, I did a few performances. I did a pretty, and then I got to meet like some really cool artists and stuff. Um, but it didn't really take off the way that I had hoped. And so I I didn't like we haven't even really contacted him. My contract is about to be up, if it's not up already. I think I signed the middle of October, so it's about to be over, and I'm not re-signing. I'm gonna just continue to do this on my own until I get somewhere more. Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they were saying. They were saying that some Camilizers actually leaked the documents in a way to try and make 5H look bad, but it kind of backfired because when what the come on now, like what you call it, harmonizers are like detectives, they're lawyers, legal counsel, like they do their research, okay? And you can't really pull anything over the harmonizer's eyes. You really can't pull anything. Like it's not. Mm. So yeah, no, it backfired because it like when they went into it and kind of did a little bit of research and read through it, they realized that the contract was literally set up, or at least the contract that we saw was literally set up to benefit Camila because, we all know that she had her own management, and her management would be getting all the money that Camila would make from 5H and almost none of the money that she would make as a solo artist. So he was taking money from 5H when he wasn't even backing 5H. No, he just backed Camila. Like he was literally just Camila's manager. He had nothing to do with the rest of Fifth Harmony. Yet all of the hard work that they put into, and he would get like, I think somebody said 1.5% of profit. No, 1.5% of gross income, and I think 10% of profit, or I could have it mixed up. But that's a lot. That's a lot. 10% is a lot, especially when you're also giving like 5 and 10 and 15% to other areas. All that money, like it adds up. It adds up. Like I said, 100,000, 10% of 100,000, $10,000 already away. Like that's gone, and he's making all of this money from them. Whatever they do, he makes money from it. Hmm. So again, if it's true, then it's really screwed up. Where can we find your music? In the graveyard. That's where it is. No, it's coming. It's coming. Um, I have one song on iTunes, and we are redoing it because the song was literally supposed to be like an old school jam. Like it was literally supposed to be old school, and it was supposed to have an old school feel and everything, but not a lot of people really got with it. And then one person commented, "Oh, this isn't 2015 music. Sorry." And I'm like, "It wasn't supposed to be, stupid. It's supposed to be like 80s, 90s. It's supposed to sound like that." But people really don't understand art, really. Oh, how'd your session go? The session actually went really, really well. If you follow me on apparently it wasn't C-stand. Oh, it wasn't a C-stand. My session went really, 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 really well. If you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is @midforest. It's spelled the way it sounds. The word mid and the word forest together. But if you go on my Instagram page, you'll see like two posts. Um, and the one post is like video, and it's like kind of like little like snippets of my session, just like leading up to what we came up with for this one part of the song that I really really liked, and I had in my mind for a long time. It sounded really good, but and like I had my mom helping me a little bit too, because sometimes I'm, like I said, I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, and I do make a lot of mistakes vocally and musically. So it's good to have somebody who really understands music and just the flow and everything, like my mom. And she, she's my manager, producer. Like I can pretty much call on her for anything that I need as far as music or anything I need, period. I can call on her. So it's great to have that kind of support system. Really like supports me, because a lot of people, like when I was doing all those performances and stuff at the towards the end of last year and into this year, I would always shout out my mom, shout out to my mom who produced and wrote these tracks, the ones from before. And she said, and a lot of people came up to me, a lot of like the other artists on the show came up to me and they were like, wow, I think it's so cool that your mom actually supports what you do. I didn't know that it was like taboo for parents to really be into their children's endeavors. I guess because I grew up in such a musical family, like anybody in the family who wants to pursue a music career, like we're right behind you and we're supporting you in whatever you want to do. And that just comes from being, again, a musical family. But I didn't know that like other people struggle with that sort of a thing, and getting their parents to, especially their moms, because a lot of people don't really think about doing anything with their mothers. Because when you think about mom, it's like there's such a negative connotation with mom, with the word mom. It's like, oh, my mom's here. But with me, I'm just like, yay, my mom is here. And, I know that my music is going to sound 1,000 times better if she's involved. But she actually did, give me a pat on the back for this song that I just recorded being the first song that I did all by myself with no help from her at all. And it came out really well. So, I felt really good. I feel really good about this one, especially this one, because it's my own creation without any help from anyone. So I'm really excited for you guys to be able to hear it when it actually is ready. Wow, you're a legit musician. Yes. I mean, I always sing on the channel. The last two videos that I was like kind of singing, even though I don't have much of a voice right now, I was singing. And I play two instruments. I'm trying to learn guitar. I haven't actually picked it up in a minute though, because I've been like busy doing other things. But I am trying to learn the guitar. That's wonderful. Black families tend to push traditional careers, not art related. Really? I mean, I don't know. I guess not in my experience. See, in my experience, a lot of us, at least in my family and other people, other Black people that I know, their families, they try to push, being an individual and kind of finding your own path, and not really conforming to, the typical career. Because I mean, I have a few friends, I have a few friends who their family, they're like in advertising, or they're like, or they have like their own like little small business sort of thing going on. So, I mean, I guess, but I guess you're right. I guess you're right, because there are a lot of Black families, especially Black families, who like to say, "Oh, you need to go and be a doctor or a lawyer or a politician or something." I've heard that, because I mean, I went to school for molecular bio, so like that was kind of placed in me as well. So I guess you're right, but like music is my first love, and my mom knows that. It's her fault. Maybe it's a Southern thing. Maybe. I don't know. The family that I have up here, at least, they're a lot more modernized, I guess. I do have lots of family down south, so I can see where you're coming from. But then when I think about it, none of them really have like great jobs. Like only my one cousin who lives in Virginia in Williamsburg, she's an RN, and her husband is a prosecutor. Well, he's a lawyer. He just actually opened up his own law firm, so they're actually doing really, really well for themselves. 3 kids. Was it 3 or 2? No, 2 kids, and boy and a girl. And they have a nice little house, and he just opened his law firm, and she's helping him out and stuff. So they're really doing it. That's probably one of the only really like solidified in like a traditional career, quote unquote. Okay, this tea is starting to get cool. I can't have that. I need hot tea, not lukewarm. Okay, so something else that I picked up on, and it's like literally after I posted my June's Diary video, somebody had commented, and I completely forgot about this, but they were telling me about how Ratchet Life, the one June's Diary track, was actually on the show Star, which I completely forgot about because I don't watch Star, and so it's not something that's like on my mind. But kind of weird. Like it happens a lot, though. It happens a lot. There's some like even it happened with June's Diary. Because one of the songs that was going to be on Talk a Good Game, It's All Right, ended up being now a June's Diary track, but it was originally Kelly Rowland's song that she wanted it to go on her album. I don't know if was it supposed to be on Talk a Good Game? I think it maybe was supposed to be on Talk a Good Game, but she ended up not putting it on the album, whatever album it was. She ended up not putting it on the album, and then like she gave it to June's Diary, and that was during the show. That was like the first song that they actually recorded was It's All Right. And so I it's something that happens usually, but see it's weird when it comes from an artist that doesn't have a lot of pull in the industry right now. Like they don't, nobody really knows who they are really. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, Ashley follows me, so I'm excited about that. But it seems like it's not really. I mean, it's kind of beneficial because it's their song and it's on like a hit show. I guess it's a hit show. Again, I don't watch it, so I don't even know how good it is. I hear people talk about it, but I'm just not into I'm not into it at all, really. But I mean, they'll get some profit from it. Obviously, they got paid for that song, so hopefully they'll put that money into what they need to do to finish any of their projects. I need them to go on tour with someone. They are the ones that needed to be on the Escape tour. But of course, they chose people who were like headliners originally. Monica and Tamar Braxton, they've already done, the headline that they have a name in the industry. June's Diary doesn't really have a name in the industry yet, so I guess taking them there, it probably would cost them a lot more money than they really wanted to pay. And then a lot of people are coming for June's Diary, and especially because Escape is not, they're making their comeback too, so they need artists that are actually going to draw in a crowd again for them. So I guess that's a reason why they probably wouldn't choose June's Diary. But it would have been cool to see 2 generations of girl groups on stage, and even like a little collaboration or something. I would love that. Escape and June's Diary, that would be everything. But I mean, it is what it is. Yes, I heard the song on the show. Wrap Around was given away too. Oh no! I didn't actually know that. No wonder why they took it down. Because, I was listening to Wrap Around for a while, and then all of a sudden it was gone off of all platforms. Like it wasn't on SoundCloud, and it wasn't on YouTube because they made it a part of their mail edition. It was like the last song in the mail edition. Oh my gosh. Maybe they can go on tour with 5H. I actually can see that. Because if you think about it, JoJo went on tour with 5H, and she was trying to make a comeback, and they're coming into the industry. So I feel like it would work for them to be on tour with 5H. Although It's gonna make a lot of people mad because we all know right now, at least in my opinion, we know who the better group is. We know who has more experience. Actually, I wouldn't even say that. Because Crystal and Ashley, they've been actually doing this for a very long time, especially Crystal. Crystal was in a whole nother girl group, Rich Girl, a long time ago. So technically she would have the most experience, but as far as being a group, 5H has more experience being, working as a group. But June's Diary, I don't know. I feel like it would start a lot of fan wars. Because there's already people who are jumping on the June's Diary train when they see those comparison videos with 5H, Little Mix, and June's Diary. I see more people saying June's Diary is like number one than any of the other groups, because they really do have it together. Like, they really do have it together for the most part. Yes, I think they should tour with younger artists so they can snatch a younger audience. The aunties at those R. Kelly shows aren't buying their music. Please. The aunties at the R. Kelly shows, a whole bunch of teenage girls are going to those shows. Just saying. Why do they force these comparisons between females? Because it is what it is. I mean, we can't even avoid, like, people are going to compare regardless. And I know, they don't do that as often with males, but I do. I mean, I always say copy paste, because half of these dudes out here, you can literally copy one onto the next. I mean, you literally can do that. None of them are all that interesting, to be honest. Not a lot of them are interesting. I can count on one hand how many interesting male artists there really are. There really aren't that many. And that's the reason why I don't have a lot of people ask me, oh, why don't you have a whole bunch of male artists in your music library? I have like maybe altogether maybe 7 or 8 different male artists compared to like over 30 or so female artists that are on my music library. So, I mean, it is what it is. I bet you when I put my phone on shuffle, the first song that comes up will be a female artist's song. Let's just test that. Britney Spears. I'm mad I still have this song on there, though. I used to get it to radar. I used to love that song. But, like, I just proved my point. Like, I'm into more female artists, even though Britney Spears is not on the top of that list in any way. I just like her music, but I'm not crazy about the voice or even the dancing anymore. But it's kind of always how it's been. They've always compared female artists, and women in general are always compared to one another. And I don't know, people kind of get, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it because I always compare and contrast. But I'm not doing it from a place of like malice or anything. I'm doing it to make a point. And when I do my little critiques and stuff, I give you an example of another similar artist who, maybe has a little bit more together than the artist that I'm talking about currently. But yeah, I mean, that's the only time in which I really do that kind of comparison thing. But I'm not doing it out of like hate or trying to start stuff. But I feel like if they tour with 5H, it's going to be an issue. Maybe they should tour with like a solo artist. I feel like 2 groups shouldn't tour together. I feel like that's a mistake. I want to see them maybe tour with no, we can't do that because I don't even know if she's doing anything right now. It would have been great if they could have gotten on a Kelly Rowland tour, but Kelly Rowland, she isn't even putting out, like, her last album flopped. She's not really doing that much right now, really. Didn't she go to like Australia or something to be on a judge on the show over there? They can tour with JoJo. That would be interesting. Yes. Would be yes. Thank you for that because I feel like that would be everything. Here we go. Give me one moment. Hello. Okay, that wasn't anything. The same people keep on calling me like over and over and over, and I'm getting sick of it. And there's somebody like right in this area because it's 234. Only people in this area really have the 234 as the not the area code, but the first three numbers. I feel like the touring with JoJo would actually help a little bit because JoJo's fans love good vocals. So you know that you're gonna get JoJo's fans to like you if you're getting killer vocals. When I went to her concert, like the two that she was touring with this one guy, this redhead kid. I can't remember his name. And then she was also touring she also had Stanage opening up for her, which he was actually pretty good. He wasn't bad. I liked him. Although there was just something a little bit off about him, but I'm just gonna put that out there. No shade, but I'm just gonna put that out there. Alessia Cara, I don't like her. Like I like her like as a person because I like her like her demeanor and everything. I like the way that I like her persona, but I'm not crazy about her voice. Sometimes it sounds a little weird. Granted, like my voice doesn't always sound great, but it's just something weird that goes on with her voice. My mom absolutely hates her, like her voice. She hates her tone. She thinks that her voice just sounds completely weird, and she's like, no. She's like, why is she doing that with her voice? What's going on? I'm like, I don't know. But my mom is very hard. No, she's a very hard sell. That's a couple of people want her to be on my video, and I'm just like, you don't want that. You don't want that because you're not going to like the result. You think I'm honest? Where do you think I get it from? It would be interesting, maybe. Unless there's, oh gosh, maybe even SZA. I'm thinking like maybe even SZA. I did check out like one of her performances. I didn't like it too much. One of SZA's performances. I think it was like on MTV or something. I didn't really like it. Her voice kind of wasn't doing it for me. Like she hit all the notes and everything right, but the only Alessia Cara song that I actually like is Here, which was literally one of her first like singles that I've ever heard. Scars to Be Beautiful is nice, but I really don't care too much for her singing voice, so I'm not all that into her. My sister hates Camila's voice. Stop. I feel like we all do. No. What does your mom think about Dinah? She doesn't know Dinah. It's like she doesn't know like each individual member. She just knows Normani because she's the only Black one. But she doesn't know the others. Oh, stop. Don't say she's like the Slim of 5H. See, if y'all don't know nothing about that. If you too young, you don't know who Slim is. Ugh. And the thing is, it fits because Slim was like the lead singer of 112, but he had the worst voice, I swear. Like the background, like the other two members of 112 always sounded really good in the back. And I feel like they should have come to the front because his voice was so annoying. It was so annoying. What was the he always sounded like he was crying. I'm like, I was so upset. The thing is, they had so many great songs. Then they also do Didn't they also do Peaches and Cream? Or no, that was somebody else. Or no, wasn't that them? Yeah. It'd be like, oh, I'm like, oh. When I was playing their old music, she was like, play the new ones. She doesn't want to hear that. I mean, that's me too. I actually have not, like the one time we were in the car, and that was on Wednesday, one of the songs from 727 came on, and I'm like, wow, I haven't heard that. I think it was Gonna Get Better. And I'm just like, and then because you hear, I don't know why, you always think that I always think I'm not, like, I was like, okay. Let me, because I sat through it because my mom, she actually kind of likes this song. But I was like, Mom, she's like, yeah, no, her voice is weird. She told me, it was like, well, yeah, it's not for everybody. People, but don't tell Camilleizers that. Oh God, no, they'll like want to throw stuff at you and flag your video down. That's horrible. Y'all are horrible. But I don't completely disagree either. Yeah, no, I'm not drinking any more of this tea. It's like cold now. I'm like trying to see, because I have this thread on Facebook right now, and I'm like making sure that I closed it down before I do this. Oh, who's that? Hey, that's cute. Okay, okay, because I'm live streaming, it's not going to allow me to do that. Let me close out the window, because that's a lot. I feel like Camilleizers are more toxic than Harmos sometimes. I don't even know. So it gets bad on both sides. I don't think I liked any song of 727. I did. Scared of Happy was probably one of my favorites on 727. Followed by All of My Head Flex. What came after that? I want to say No Way. I actually really did like No Way. I just like the tone of it and everything. It was kind of like dark a little bit. And Camila, I mean not Camila, Lauren's vocals sounded amazing on No Way. I loved it. I loved that she sang like half the song. That was like definitely like one of her really good moments. I know you don't anymore. Wait, was it? Now I forgot the daggone word. I think it's like By the Look of Your Face. They say when it rains it pours. You can tell by my face. I can't remember the words. It's sad. That's how long it's been since I've actually listened to that album. I want 5 to take a break and make a Netflix show with Lorianne Gibson and Roger Lowe. They would die. Not that kind of girl, yes. They would die. If Lorianne don't play with nobody, she would have them doing these crazy workouts every single day. But it would benefit them. Look, if she can turn non-dancing Jessica Alba into Honey in months, in a couple of months, then she can definitely turn Fifth Harmony into dancers like overnight. Because Jessica Alba even said for that movie, she didn't even have any dance. Like she never was a dancer. She didn't really have great rhythm like that. But you could never tell watching that movie. Like she was killing the steps with professional dancers. Lorianne worked on her. So you know Lorianne don't play. Work From Home has been trash to me. I feel like a lot of their songs are trash because of the fact that they do a lot of repetition, and I hate like a lot of repetition in songs. Like you'll never really see that on any of my tracks like that unless it's like a hook. But like Work From Home, it's like the same. It's like a like repeated formula, like about 3 times in the song, and especially the work, I feel like you get bored doing that after a while. I feel like she's definitely gotten bored over doing that. That's why she's tried to change it up a little bit. Work, 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 work. I feel like I feel like and she's definitely gotten bored with that song. I thought they were just gonna stop performing those songs altogether, but then again, a lot of people still like those songs, so why not sing them? Sorry, like stretching out my neck. Okay. Wow. 10. Okay, there's 10 of us on here. That's interesting. Where are we? Oh, okay. There's a lot going on that you guys don't see on the screen. Oh, they'll never stop performing it. It's their major hit. I know. So I mean, it is what it is. People like simplicity. I feel like nobody's really gonna care about my song because it may be a little bit too complex for some people. I'm just saying. Because like when I was making it, it was very simple at the beginning, and then I added instrument after instrument, and then all of a sudden it's like an orchestrated piece. I mean, there's a lot going on in the song. There's a lot, and then on top of that, there's vocals, like actual real vocals, not just like some like Control Alt Delete Trey Songz vocals. It's like actual like I tried to put a lot of like energy and feeling into it. Oh, I actually really didn't sleep that much last night. I've been up since like 3 or 4 a.m. And I went to bed. I want to say like 10 or maybe even like 11 or 12. I really didn't sleep, and then I kept on waking up. I fell asleep on the couch. Actually, I didn't even go up to bed, and I'm like still tired. Why is it? Oh, yeah. So yeah, the unreleased tracks I mean, again, it happens a lot, and then I don't know what's gonna happen to June's Diary at this point. I mean, I hope they get some stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. Their songs sound better now. I want 5H to record some of the older songs like Big Bad Wolf. Yeah, I actually really want that. I never was able because Big Bad Wolf was only released in the Japanese release of the album, so like everybody else couldn't get it. I feel like that's so stupid because I really like Big Bad Wolf, but I've never heard the original track that's not like pitched because you can only really hear the one that's pitched or sped up, like me at least. Or no, was it? Yeah, Big Bad Wolf and Voicemail, right? That's sick. I didn't even know that. I think No Way was an extra track on the deluxe edition. It's a good thing I always get the deluxe edition anyway, because I think that like the original album ended at like Not That Kind of Girl or something. I was just like, really? That's stupid. I feel like a deluxe album should have like even more tracks than just that. I feel it was 12 tracks in all. I mean, it's I don't know, it's stupid. 5. Yeah, 12 songs. It is what it is. Now I want to play a shuffle game. I might do that in one of my future videos. I might do like a shuffle game. You know how they have those shuffle tags? It'd be more fun to do like with a friend. So I might get my girl Cassandra to do a video with me at her house. We'll see about that. Or maybe, in about 2 weeks, close to Halloween, I'm going to New York City. There's like this like event going on, like this Halloween themed event, and I'm gonna be down there with a couple of my friends, and yeah, I'm gonna go turn up. I might do some like vlogging or some video like when we're at like the hotel, or maybe even like do like record a little bit on like my phone when we're in the club or something. Um, Notice that they didn't give 5H a deluxe album this time around, but supposedly CC will have a deluxe album. Girl, I mean, what are you really gonna do? What are you really gonna do? All we got was those 10 tracks, and I was just like, okay, I guess. But I feel like there could have been a lot more. I feel like they needed to go like full urban, and a lot of people think this. They needed to go full urban or not urban at all, because it seemed like they wanted to. It's like they wanted to go there because you got songs like Angel and Lonely Night, and even Sauced Up a little bit, but then no, not even Sauced Up, because Sauced Up is like PG-13. Um, but they just I don't know. I don't know what to say about that whole situation. Obviously, Camila's gonna get more. Obviously, because they feel like she's gonna make them the most amount of money. But like most people on the outside looking in, it's literally only Camilizers that are like stuck on stupid with her. Everybody else that I know who has never heard of Fifth Harmony, who has never heard of Camila, none of them like her. They're like, really, she's not even that great. Like she's cool, she's cute, she has potential, but she's not as great to actually go and be solo artists. A lot of them are saying that. And I know, like I feel like I'm the only person in my group of friends that actually likes Fifth Harmony and actually has been following them. None of my other friends actually even like they know who they are, but they don't really follow them, and they don't have like a lot of their songs. Like my friend George, like he knows of them because he knows Normani and he likes Normani. I mean, but he doesn't really mess with Fifth Harmony like that. He knows a few of their songs, but that's only because of me. He doesn't like actively follow them like I do. So, and then when I mentioned Fifth Harmony, they're like, "Who?" So, I mean, you guys really seriously, there's a lot of people who still don't even know who they are. She reminds me of Shakira. Sounds like a goat, but she's pretty. Stop it. Shakira sounds even worse though. We'll always be together. I don't know what she'd be doing half the time. She sounds a lot better when she sings in Spanish though. But it is what it is. They know CC is slim. Stop it. Stop. That's horrible. But almost true. I'm kidding. Not really. So anyway, I want to take some suggestions on some other artists to cover. Because like I said, like I'm trying to get SZA in. I have some other videos recorded of other artists. I know like later this week, I'm trying to, not later this week, this weekend into the weekend, I'm trying to post my video of Lay from EXO, because he just, he came out with his new album, and he has his music video for Sheep, and I did that, and it was interesting. I actually really liked it, even though it was kind of like, it was kind of comical to watch. It was kind of humorous. I did laugh a lot because of the things going on in the video. Like he like literally was like, I don't know, he was like dancing in a microwave or something, and but there is like the word sheep, like the way he uses it is very in tune with his culture, with traditional Chinese culture and the zodiac, because he was born in 1981. I explain all of that in the video, so wait for that video to come out. Oh, hey, Danny. You be cussing people out on Twitter about them. I mean, again, I really don't get, like, if somebody doesn't know who they are, I really just, I'm like, okay, well, this is who they are, and I let them hear like a song. And a lot of them know of them, or they don't know them, but they know their song, like they know Worth It and they know Work From Home. So when I tell them about those songs, they're like, oh, them, you know. But again, cover some Demi. Does she? Well, she does have that new song. I think I heard it already though, so I can't do a reaction to that. Maybe the video. Um, shit. What? Check out Wish 107.5. I keep on hearing about Morissette Amon. She must be really, or she, right? She must be really amazing. People keep on calling for me to cover, not cover. I don't want to say cover because then y'all gonna go crazy. For me to check out her performances. What? Oh, I was like, what does that say? Let's have new glasses because these are getting old. So yeah, more suggestions and even some more questions. So I feel like I'm gonna close this up really soon because I'm like kind of getting sleepy. My brother's gonna be coming back soon. That's already gonna be a mess. He's probably gonna want me to get on and play Final Fantasy. Like he likes to watch me play. I don't really let him play like too much because he doesn't really get the concept of the game. He gets all frustrated and stuff when he can't figure things out. So he just usually sits there and watches me play Final Fantasy. Like he'd be asking me every weekend, "Oh, can I watch you play Final Fantasy?" Like I don't feel like playing it. Then no. What's the tea? What you say to canola? Stop it. I'm mad people still call her canola oil. That's funny. Holland. Yolin. No, I'm kidding. It's not. It's not Hyodin. She's from Sistar, who actually just disbanded, didn't they? Sistar from Korea. They were a good group. They were really good. All the good groups are like folding up. GG. Girl Generation's next. See my last live stream. Also, Gigi talks about it. The Black Nuna Speak. She talks about it in one of her videos too. Do you like Lana Del Rey? No, I do not. Her voice is horrible. She can't sing. And this is me, that like me and like half of everybody else that I speak to in my everyday life. She can't really sing. She doesn't do any dancing. Like people like her, in my opinion, mostly for her spirit and her attitude and how she just like she doesn't really care about what people think of her. But what I think of her, I don't really care. I don't really think of her at all. But no, I don't like all the songs that I've heard of Lana Del Rey. I don't. Mm-mm. You need to have some vocals for me. If you're going to be a singer, you need to have some vocals, and she doesn't have any. Her father paid for her career. Well, I can believe it. I mean, if you have money, you can do almost anything, right? Sad but true. Please, I'd be out there. I would have been out there when I was a teenager if we had the money. But nope. It ain't all sunshines and rainbows. She sounds slow. That does not. Don't offend anybody now. Ooh, what just pop my neck. Uh, so yeah, what Darren Espantos. Oh, no money to gain his vocal control. She'd be unstoppable. Did you see her fall? Yes, I saw that. I wanted to actually talk about that. Was everything. Even my mom gave her props for that because she's like, oh, that was a nice save. I loved that. She fell and made it look like it was on purpose. Like who? Really? Oh, that was everything. Ah. Doesn't she sing that song, Lana Del Rey? Doesn't she sing that song, "Summertime Sadness"? Like I literally had like actual sadness listening to that song. Oh, she said, "I know there's summertime sadness." I'm like, ugh, really? Like, you're giving me the blues. Like, I mean, she got that one. That's her one big hit. I don't see how. I mean, if that's the best that she has to offer, then I'm glad I'm not one of her fans. Um, I'm gonna just keep it at that. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. That's the only song I know about Lana Del Rey. And then a whole bunch of people swear by her. I have a couple of friends who actually really like Lana Del Rey. I'm like, really? Like, she's not serving us anything. No vocals, no dance moves, no stage presence, no nothing. Like, I mean, at least if you're not gonna have the vocals, at least like Janet Jackson and Britney Spears it up. Like, give us some good lip sync and some dance moves or something, some choreo, or at least be able to move around the stage and stuff. She literally stands in place. I've never really like whenever I see like people mention her and like show her in like a compilation of something, she's pretty much stationary for like the entire performance. I don't know. Her and Halsey are like a copy of it. Okay, yes, I can see that. Halsey has a really weird voice, in my opinion. Like I've always thought that. But she sounds good sometimes. A lot of times it's like it sounds like she really doesn't know what to do with her voice. There's a voice there, but it sounds like she really doesn't know what to do with it. And so I can't really follow her like that. Like the only Halsey song that I have is Now or Never because I actually really like that song. The beat is good on that song, and I like, I like it. I like the video too. The video really turned me on to the song because the video for that song was actually really good. I like the whole angel devil sort of situation. Um, that concept was really nice in that song, in that music video. And then Strangers, and we all know why I got that because Lauren's on it. But I mean, I feel like I get a little bit more from Halsey than I do Lana Del Rey. But I don't even know where Halsey came from. Dinah's Boom Boom out of 10, 20. What? What are you talking about? Oh, her solo song? Why don't I know these things? Why? No. She's. I think she might be just a feature, or it might just be on here. But she did a collaboration with Red One. Oh yes. Okay, well, I'll be ready for that. Oh, and that comes out right before I go to New York City too. Oh yes, we're listening to that on the road on the way down. Follow Fifth Harmony WWS did all the updates. Okay, I will do that because I feel like I'm never really in the loop. Like I didn't even like the only reason why I knew about Fifth Harmony, like the self-titled album's release date, was because it was on Jimmy Fallon. He's the one who announced it. So yeah. Other than that, I don't really know much about like all the stuff that like when I see something comes out, then I look at it, you know. But I'm not like tracking dates and stuff because I got my own life and I got my own things to do. I don't really have time to be silent. No offense to you guys, but I really don't have the time to be sitting on the like on there all day long and tracking everything that they do, and like having these notifications sent to my phone, the tweets and stuff. Like I only have one person, one celebrity that I get notified for, and that is JoJo. She's the only one. Like I don't even like I used to have Dinah and Normani, but now I don't even have them because Dinah tweets too much and she retweets too much. She's just on Twitter all the time. Like whenever she has free time, she's on Twitter and Instagram. And with Normani, I don't know why I took her off my notifications, but I might put her back on. I don't know. But I did have her on there, but now it's just JoJo. Expect like the occasional tweet every every 5 or so hours, and maybe sometimes once a day if she's like doing something. But with Dinah, it was like every like hour. Twitter and IGB having the tea. Oh yeah, they do. Molly barely tweets. I know. People were like, she mostly retweets stuff that she sees. But like one person was like, "Oh, we missed you. We finally get a tweet from you." I was like, "Damn!" Like harmonizers, they know how to go in. So anyway, for the last like, I want to say 10 to 20 minutes, because again, I'm feeling really like tired, and I want to put my feet up and get some rest. So for the last like 20 minutes or so, I'll take some questions. Sesh, you know, I sound like somebody from like the Valley. Mm-hmm. They bullied her on there. Now she's conscious. I can see that. And Pitbull and 5H have a song coming out. I knew about that. Do you know some media outlets are trying to say she's that they're copying CC? I mean, I guess whenever you guys put CC, I always think about carbon copy. You know, like when you're sending an email and there's the CC tab for sending, you know, an extra copy of the email to somebody else without, you know, I think about that whenever I see CC. I'm just like, CC. Who is, we had this question already last week. It wasn't you who asked it. How are you going to ask a question and then answer it yourself? Talking about who's the best overall in 5H, and then puts in caps, Normani. Listen. We discussed that already more than once, how I feel about it. Everyone does it. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit. I think it's supposed to be bullshit. Everyone does a feature with Pitbull. Yeah, literally, Pitbull is literally on everybody's tracks, and everybody is on Pitbull's tracks. At one point, I couldn't distinguish which songs were Pitbull's and which songs were the artists that he was collaborating with. I mean, he did 2 songs with Chris Brown. They did 2. It might be 2. I know 2 were on the radio. That one that sounds like the Gloria Estefan song, and then you got the other one, International Love, which was their first collaboration. I feel like everybody does collaborate with Pitbull. For people to come out and say that they're copying Camila, well, I guess Camila is also copying Chris Brown and Christina Aguilera, which we already know that she did that. She's already copied Christina once, so copying her again with collaborating with Pitbull. I mean, if we're really going to put that narrative out there, then you have to call out every single other person who has collaborated with Pitbull. Otherwise, it makes it completely invalid. I hate when people do those kinds of connections and say that one person copied off another person when that person copied off of somebody before that. Like, you know, don't put the blame all on the one person. I mean, everybody is doing it. Like, Pitbull is one of the biggest rappers in the world right now. Like, I mean, even when he goes away for a while, people still know who he is, and he literally goes everywhere, all over the world, and performs. So everybody knows who he is, and everybody wants, you know, a chance to be on his track because they know that it will blow up in some kind of way if they are on a track with him. They know he has a lot of pull. But anyway, besides, this is not the first time 5H collabed with a Latin artist. Who was the first? Who was the first Latin artist they collaborated with? Now I'm trying to think. Maluma. Well, who is that? Who is Maluma? I don't even know who that is. You said Maluma. Isn't that like the ship between Mal and Uma from the Descendants 2? I just saw that one time when I was looking at the videos. People were like, oh, it's Maluma. I'm like, who? But I know that's not who you're talking about. They did a song. They did a song with that man that died. I feel like about after that. The only Latin. I mean, there's a lot of Latin artists that have died. Was he a rapper? Was he a rapper? Oh, it's a Colombian singer. Okay. And Colombian, COLO. I'm just saying. I'm talking about sings. He sing. Okay. He sings. Huh. Everybody ships everybody in that everywhere. You can't be a you can't like have a co-star on a show and not be shipped with them at some point in time. Is there a release date for that song? The Pitbull and Fifth Harmony song, if it's even true, because you know people were like hollering and screaming over the fact that Nicki Minaj might be on self-titled, but nowhere to be found. Name of the song is Sin Contrato. Sin Contrato. I can't remember. I mean, I don't know. October 26th. Oh, it's supposed to come out this month? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's crazy. The only Latin artist that I know that like died that's like in hip hop and stuff is Big Pun. I still want Christmas album, and Ariana Grande better have one this year too. I don't know how I feel about that. I get so sick of Christmas albums because I mean it's all the same. It's all the same crap anyway. Like they do like the same songs, and some of them try to make it different, but others don't. Others copy off of the arrangements of other artists. At Demi Lovato. But that was years ago, so I'm gonna let that one go. No, it's fine. I believe what you say. If you say it's coming out the 26th, it's fine. I'll just wait for it. Oh, excuse me. One night it was really lit, and I'm mad that I couldn't like be on here longer because it was like 17 or 20 people in this daggone chat. But I understand it's like middle of the day, people probably still at work and stuff. But I decided to do this earlier so that I can get it over with and so I can have the rest of the day to sleep because I was literally up working on the editing for the 2 June's Diary videos. And then I just didn't really sleep at all. No, make your videos. They're supposed to be supposed to debut on the Latin AMAs. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. I forgot that they were supposed to be there. Wait, the Latin AMAs, the Latin American Music Awards. Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. They could just call it the Llamas. That's horrible. Maybe not. Llamas. Camila Digital. Well, that's not surprising. I mean, they're gonna end up meeting. I'm like, people. I hope people don't make a big deal out of this. Oh my God, they're in the same. They're in the same place. It's just gonna go down. No. Okay, if they're professionals, then they'll handle this professionally. They'll do what they got to do. You know, say their highs and goodbyes, and go. I want to collaborate with Mariah and Normani. I don't. Oh God, yeah, no. When they, who was it that post? I think it was iHeart or one of them. They posted a post. They put a post up about Fifth Harmony. Like Fifth Harmony will perform at Jingle Ball this year. I'm like, because they definitely have a great track record on Jingle Ball. I mean, maybe they'll do better now, but I don't know. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry, that was my mom. So my mom actually watched. She actually watched one of my videos, which I didn't really want to happen because I mean I'd be saying some crazy stuff on here sometimes, but I mean it is what it is. She found my channel. That's the reason. One of the reasons why I didn't use my actual name is because I didn't want a whole bunch of family. Because you know how family is sometimes. Families can be a little judgmental sometimes, and I hate that kind of energy on here. So. Danny, stop it. Stop. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. Let me see. What came before that? Okay, so apparently Paris, Texas. Long one 5H Little Mix collab. Huh. Keep waiting for that one. It'll be easier. It'll be a little bit easier for 5H and June's Diary to collaborate because they're under the same label, at least for now, unless they were dropped. What? Yeah, I think that they left Epic. I think so, which is sad because that means they have no representation, which makes it even harder for them to actually promote. I mean, not like Epic was really doing that much to begin with, but at least they would have had a little bit of pull, but uh, it's a little bit of a mess. All right, wrapping it up. Last round of questions. Because again, I need to lay down. Lie down. Lay down. Lie down. Let's use the correct form of the word, please. My hair looks crazy. I am definitely getting a haircut. Not this week, though. I didn't get paid enough. A lot of my hours were cut. I usually can style it a certain way and then it stays, but most of the time, no. Did you see The Flash? No, I didn't end up seeing The Flash. I'm so upset. Don't tell me nothing about it. I didn't get to see the first episode of Flash. I didn't get to see my my damn lover on screen. I didn't get to see any of it. I'm so upset. Just talking about it, and I'm so upset. I gotta go onto the CW app and watch it later on. Not now. I'm not doing it now. I'm trying to catch up on all the shows. Like I missed every single show this week. I got to catch up on Lucifer because I actually do watch that. I got to catch up on Boruto. I will catch up on Scandal, even though I wasn't really feeling Scandal for the last couple of seasons. But the first episode of this season, it actually wasn't that bad. It's good to see. Kerry Washington acting like a bitch. I always like that. And How to Get Away with Murder. I got to catch up with that. So let's see. I have a lot to catch up on. It's gonna keep me occupied for the whole weekend. So I got Lucifer. Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Boruto, and The Flash. I don't know. Arrow hasn't come back yet. I don't even know what's going on with that one. And Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl. I don't know what's going on with those shows. I know The Flash is back. Little Mix and 5H are both under Psycho, right? I thought Little Mix signed with somebody else now. They are? Oh, oops. I thought. Well, Epic is under Psycho. So yeah, that puts them under the same big umbrella. It's just the subsection. What? I gotta see. Actually, did I catch up? No. I'm caught up with Boruto. Well, no. The thing is, like when I started uploading the video, I wasn't able to stream on Hulu, and it cut the video. But I think I have 10 minutes left on Boruto, but I'm gonna catch up on that last 10 minutes. It's just about to go down. I see it already. Like, what's his name? The crazy shark person. I don't even know what his name is. I know Kisame, but I don't know. They say that it's his son. I don't even know. I think it's like one of his family members or something because he has the same last name and he has the same like look to him. Did you watch Legends of Tomorrow? No, I did not. Like I haven't seen any of the shows on the CW because CW is stupid and they took their shows off of Hulu. Like I used to be able to catch up on all of the shows on the CW on Hulu, but CW now is putting everything on their app and they took everything down from Hulu, updating every week. And I don't even know how like the app really works because let me see. I have the OWN app and I have the Spike app, and that was just for when I was watching the show Magicians. So that's the only reason why I have that because I don't watch any other show on Spike. Now I have to check because I can't even remember now. I guess it's Spike. I don't even care anymore. But anyway, yeah. But I do watch Legends of Tomorrow. I watch all of the superhero TV shows on on the CW. I watch it. I'm so excited that Black Lightning is gonna come out soon. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the blackness. I'm ready for it. Like just ready. I'm ready to be completely like destroyed. Freaking China Anne McClain is gonna be on it, and I love her anyway. And I like the guy who's playing Black Lightning too. Like he's cool. He seems like a cool person, and we don't really get a lot of, we don't really get to see a lot of those characters put onto like these kinds of shows and have their own show. So for Black Lightning to have his own show, I think that's actually really cool, and I feel like I'm gonna like it. Granted, it probably won't have a lot of collaborations with the other shows, considering that they're going to make this one take place in a different Earth. It's going to be in a different Earth from all the other ones. So, I mean, but they've bended that rule so many times. I mean, that's how Supergirl is able to be on The Flash and Arrow so much. You can watch online on cwtv.com. Thank you. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I gotta see Keenan. I gotta see him. Like my best friend in my head. Oh, did y'all? Oh, yeah. No, I don't even want to mention her right now because there's a lot of mess going on with her. But anyway, best friend slash. I'm kidding. Kind of. Normani's ad-libs in. Do you like JD more or 5H? I don't like that question. And you just left comments on my June's Diary videos. Till I'll do a live stream tonight. I don't know if I'll feel like doing a live stream tonight. I don't know. I'll see if I'll get a little bit of rest and see if I feel like coming on here later. Because I know more people will probably be around later. Do you like JD more or 5H? I've been following 5H for a lot longer than June's Diary. I feel more of a connection to June's Diary because I actually saw them being formed. See, I got into 5H, like I knew of them, but I didn't really get into 5H until Boss came out. And that's already 2 years into their career. That came out in 2014. They came out in 2012. So I feel like I have more of a connection with JD because I watched them literally like from the auditions on Chasing Destiny. Um, and so I mean that is what it is. And I got to know, I got to know them on a more personal level on that show and stuff. And I don't know. I just feel like I have more of a connection with June's Diary than 5H. Um, I feel like 5H they have more quality music a lot of the time, and that's just because they have the fun, they have the pull to actually put out like more tracks that are suitable to being liked by a lot of people. But at the same time, June's Diary to me has already more consistency with their live performances, and it's sad to think about it, but it is what it is. Um, Again, yeah, it is what it is. Me too. I wish Thunder and Lightning were on Teen Titans. Do you think they will give Thunder a girlfriend on the show? Maybe they probably will, because they did say that she was like struggling with like self identification and stuff and all that. So she could be like bisexual or whatever. Whose vocals are better? June's Diaries. June's Diaries. Yeah, June's Diaries. Why you ask me if you know the answer? That's completely ridiculous. I mean, I think that June's Diary has better voices. Like as far as like who sounds like they've actually had training, versus who kind of just throws their voices around most of the time. It's like 5H may have had training, but a lot of the time you really can't tell. Because I'm being, I know you are. You trying to get me in trouble. But anyway, back to the Black Lightning thing. Thunder and Lightning. I think that they'll give Thunder a girl. They might give Thunder a girlfriend. I hope that they do. I hope that they kind of, but I don't want them to like be all extra about it like they usually are when they bring LGBT stories into like you know primetime television. I really need I really need I really need them to do it right, because there's a lot of storylines that are bad in as far as like LGBT stories. There's a lot of bad ones that just kind of blow it way out of proportion, or rather just make it the complete center point of that character's storyline. It doesn't have to be everything. She can be a superhero that also happens to be a lesbian. She doesn't have to be a lesbian superhero. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're gonna. I hope that they have a thing. They have Beyonce's vocal coach. Well, they're clearly not listening to her, him, them. I can't remember who the vocal coach was for Beyonce. They're clearly not listening. If they have Beyonce's vocal coach and they're not listening, I mean, and they're not, and there's like no results, they're clearly not listening. Like they have some pretty good vocal moments, but it's very inconsistent. You were too inconsistent. That's shady. That was shady. I don't know what's going on with that. If they have her vocal coach, they should really be a lot better than they are. Deliver vocals are getting really good though. They should already be good though. This is the problem I have with them. It's like the deliver vocals should already be good. It's not even a song that they have to do a lot of dancing in, so they shouldn't really be out of breath. Like, what are they doing? What are they really doing? The songs I've 5H I've heard on their new album don't showcase their vocals to me. Really? Okay, I can see that. Especially songs like Make You Mad and Sauced Up. To me, they don't really showcase a lot of like vocal. Like the only thing that they really do, especially like Make You Mad, it shows off the lower registers a lot, really well. Oh wait, hold. Somebody had a question. Dinah finally. Well, you need to listen to Angel though. If you haven't listened to Angel, Angel is probably one of the best tracks on that entire album. Angel, Lonely Night is definitely a fan favorite. I like Make You Mad. But yeah, I agree that a lot of the songs on there are kind of vocally simple in a way. Like there's nothing on that album is too difficult. Like if I can sing it while being sick, it's not all that difficult at all. You guys just saw like me pour chord up, didn't you? I didn't even see what was in the camera. Dinah finally fully did her work from home verse without calling out the audience. When was this? So I can go see it. Because it hasn't happened since Camila was still in the group. Because I got so sick of hearing, I know you're always on the night shift, but I can't sing. Like I can't like, every single time. To the point where like people were literally expecting it. And they would be ready to sing, "Still these nights alone." They were just ready. They were all just ready because they knew that she wouldn't do it. I think 5H has one album left and they'll split. I feel like maybe one more album we'll get from them before they decide to like fold up. I mean, it's sad to think about, but I mean, it's reality. And the reality is they're not really that strong as they always like to say that they are. I felt like a dope party moment when you sang Dinah's part. She did the Stand These Nights Alone run. Like she did the run like she did the Stand These Nights Alone. No, I'm kidding. She probably can't do that while she's dancing. I saw it on Twitter and some people put it on IG. That's a damn. First of all, why are we... First of all, everybody is like celebrating the fact that Dinah can actually sing her part. That's when you know that things are not that great with 5H. That's when you know things are not that great because people are celebrating the fact that she's actually able to sing her part completely. That's not something that most people would celebrate, but okay. We gotta. It's on Umbilical Core Day. Stop. I like that name. That name was so gross, but I like it. Umbilical Core Day. No, that's hilarious. No, that's too much. Umbilical Core Day. People be coming up with the word like with the funniest names. Umbilical cord. Or search Dinah breath control. Why is that even a why would it be a trending topic? Dinah breath control. Hashtag Dino breath control. No, let me stop. Oh God, that's horrible. I'm mad that you can actually search Dyna breath control on Twitter, like at all. That shouldn't even be a thing, but it is. Actually, I'm about to search it right now. Oh, this is a mess. I can't. Who else was celebrating on December 18? Oh, stop! Don't bring that up. Don't do that. They say they only 6 days to learn new choreography. They need new people. Is Sean Bankhead still the choreographer? Yes, from what I know, anyway. Girl, no, they went in. I'm looking at it now. I want Allie to give some WD-40. Stop. Okay, for those of you who don't know, WD-40 is used for like, when you have like rusting metal and like joints to mechanical objects or even just like objects in general, doors and anything. When you want to apply some lubrication, that's what you use WD-40 for. So you this is stupid. That's one of the purposes. That's one of the uses of WD-40. Loosen the hinges. Stop. Let me see. The tweet says, Dinah said you want breath control. I'll give you one. The video is there. Stop. Oh. Okay, so this will be a live reaction then, because I'm going to actually look at this little snippet while I'm on the live stream. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. Okay, well, I mean, it was a little off, but I mean, it was good. And then she did the whole run. Okay, that was good. That was actually good, and she held her own throughout the whole thing. She's getting there. She's definitely getting there. If she keeps on going like this, she'll definitely be on the next level. She already has the vocals. She just needs and the dance moves. She just needed the breath control. That was the only thing holding her back. And if she gets that under control, that's it. How does Dennis Luggins even work? Stop it. Have you watched the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series? No, I have not. I don't think I ever will. Like I watched too many shows already. I need to, and then I also now have The Gifted, and now I have to recap that every Monday night. So that's already taking out one spot. Portia Williams. I forgot that I follow her. She shaved her head. No. No. Unless it was in support of breast cancer or she's, donating her hair. Why would she shave her hair bald? Oh no. Not everybody can pull off a bald head. I mean, she doesn't look bad, but it's kind of weird. Okay. I'm mad that I got wrapped up in Twitter while I'm on the live. That's so unprofessional. Anyway, thing is, in the beginning, Dinah was not like that. Because they didn't dance as much as they do now. In the beginning, they really didn't have a lot of dance moves that they had to do. But recently, like 727 and on, they had actual dance routines that they had to do while singing. So before, it wasn't a challenge for her. Her breath control wasn't an issue because it wasn't challenged. Now it's being challenged, and so now she has to adapt to the situation, which has taken pretty long, but I mean, at least she's getting there. We see that because she's actually able to. But I'm gonna look at the whole performance. If I see that she wasn't actually doing full-on choreo, then I'm not going to give her a pass. Just saying. See, me, I'm getting myself a trainer. As soon as I get up in there and I have some money to work with, I'm getting myself a trainer. We're gonna go in, singing and dancing every day. I'm getting that together. I'm not trying to be out here like them. I'm trying to be out here like Tinashe in the beginning, able to sing and dance at the same time. From like towards the beginning of her career. Lonely Night is also sounding a lot better, but Allie seems to still scream her note because I feel like Allie knows the correct technique, but she just doesn't execute it in the moment. I feel like, a lot of people don't think about technique when they're actually on stage performing for the most part. I know I forget it a lot, but it doesn't really sound good when she's like screaming out the note rather than just projecting her voice. It sounds like she's not really even comfortable in that octave, which we've heard her hit high notes before effortlessly that are in like the same range. So I don't know why. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense. Even in Don't Say You Love Me, she ran out of breath. Oh, stop it. No, it's true though. It's true. Like no, and before, you remember how she does the in Dope, Dinah, you know how she does the part, and don't try to let the words, don't feel it, don't real. I can't really do anything today but she takes that extra heavy breath in between. Instead of taking one breath, I'm gonna sing it an octave lower. Instead of taking one breath and then, I'm trying to find the words. Tell you what's real and tell you feel. I'm trying to find the words. Oh. Like instead of doing it like that, she doesn't take a big enough breath or whatever. If you have to take a larger breath, it's okay to take a deeper breath if you can get through the whole part without taking a heavy one in between. Or if you're gonna breathe in between, don't do a heavy heave like no, just do a I'm trying to find the words. Like she does like an extra heavy breath, and that's why a lot of people develop this thing that she has asthma, but I honestly don't know if it's true because a lot of people have denounced that theory. Anyway, in Dope, the track is mass or mess. The track is mess. Oh, I don't know what you're trying to say. Ooh, asked it before. Stop it. Leave me alone. I'm from New York. I can't help it. Well, New Jersey, but most of my family is from New York. So I can't not say, well, I know how to say before. Okay, I can do before. Like when I have to put my white voice on, that's usually what happens. It's like, I would like some water, please. Some water. Some water. Yes. Instead of saying water. I know how to assimilate. Allie just has an awkward shape. She brought up top, and so she's harder to dress. Stop it. but it is kind of true. It's not a bad thing, but it's also not easy for them to get clothes that really make her look like that don't make her look kind of awkward. Like I agree with that. And this is not body shaming for those of you who think that it is. It's not. Because I don't like my body is crappy. Like if you see the rest of my body, I'm kidding. I mean it's not bad, but it's not great either. Like I've been going to the gym and stuff, so like I have been working stuff out. But it is what it is. I mean, you have to live with the body again. It's like she has a great body. Like she has a flat stomach and everything else. It's just like she has like kind of like broad shoulders and like she's kind of like wide here, but then she's skinny on the bottom. So it's like sometimes it makes it difficult. I can see where it makes it difficult. So thanks for pointing that out. Lonely Night choreography disgusts me. Just messy hair flips and Dinah struggling to breathe. Because that's not part of the choreography though. Right. No, yeah, that's, I mean, just because they make it in your size doesn't necessarily mean you need to be wearing it. And I say that to, women who are bigger, people who are bigger in general. Just because they make it in your size, it doesn't mean that it's gonna look great on you. And so, like, I mean, people, if you're confident in it and you love it, then I mean, I'll love it too. Maybe, maybe not. Um, but I know there are certain things that I don't wear that other guys who are smaller than me and other guys who have a different kind of like body shape they can actually wear, or like they don't have as much like tone, like muscle here, like their shoulders aren't as broad as mine, or they're just smaller, they just have a smaller frame than I do. If something looks really good on them and I try it on, it doesn't look good, I'm not going to sit there and wear it just because it's made in my size. Angela Yee started live on Instagram. I forgot I even followed her. Honest, why is Mani's outfit the only cute one? Because Normani has like the best body shape, to be honest. Like Normani has like the ideal hourglass figure frame. Like she has a small waist, big booty, and like a good set of boot, like it's good, like she has a good body and she has like the ideal body for most of the outfits that they put on her, for most of the outfits that are made. They need smarter choreo. They are doing a lot of steps that just gets them tired and don't even look good on stage. I agree with that. Their choreo is getting very messy in recent months. Like I like the choreo for all of my head flex a lot. I did. And I kind of like what they did for Make You Mad a little bit. Like the actual music break part, I kind of like what they did. It was cute, but it was also kind of effective. Um, but I don't know. They need to like kind of up the difficulty of the steps and lower the intensity maybe. But that was a good point, Ariana. Very good. Um, Ariana, are you the same Ariana on Gigi's channel? No, I don't think so. There's an Ariana who's also on the Black Nuna Speaks channel, and I was wondering if you were also here. Um, SB tries to sex them up too much. Whenever you say SB, I think about Safari. I don't know why. Because didn't they call him SB? Isn't he on Love and Hip Hop? I don't even know why. Like he's not even a real like whatever. It is what it is. Chad did the flex choreo. Okay, so that explains why the dance looks a little bit more like a real routine. Well, maybe they need to get Chad back. I don't know. I know that it had a better flow. The Angel breakdown is literally just like a bunch of air guitar and leaning back. I don't really even get anything from the Angel choreo. I don't get anything from it. I was expecting something like really amazing for Angel's choreo. Shoot, I came up with something that was decent, which makes no sense because Sean, you're getting paid to do this job and you're not doing it right. Like I'm upset. I loved the new work from home dance for a while. Yeah, but then it got old because they like simplified the choreo in the beginning way too much. But I mean, they do the other choreo later on, but then it's like, ugh. And then at the end, like I'm over it. It's kind of outdated now. Like we've been looking at the same thing, the same choreo for that song for almost a year now. They've been doing it since the PCAs. Yeah, ever since the People's Choice Awards, when their first performance without Camila, they've been doing that same choreo, and I feel like it's not that good for them to do it so often. I feel like they should change it around a little bit more. And then it doesn't have the same effect without a whole bunch of dancers. Like they really do need background dancers to kind of take the clout off of them. I think they're keeping around Sean because they're friends. Ooh. I still say they need Lorianne Gibson. Let's face it, she's not too busy. No, that's so shady. That's funny, but that's true. She's not all that busy. Didn't she have like a show that she was trying to do, a reality show she was trying to do for dancers or whatever? She needs to put 5H on that show. I feel like yes, Lorianne Gibson Camp will definitely benefit them because she'll get them together. She'll definitely get them together. I feel like it's imperative that they get like someone who can really get, but I don't think they can afford Lorianne. She's literally like a dance legend. She was in Dance Moms. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. She was on Dance Moms. Isn't Abby? What's her name? Abby Lee Miller. Is she still in prison? The woman from Dance Moms. The liver choreo is really nice, but you only see the full potential of it when you watch Monty because she hits it. Yeah, no, Monty is literally the only one who really hits all the moves, right? The choreo could be like it could suck like that, but you really wouldn't be able to tell. Like you wouldn't really even be able to put like notice how bad it sucks watching Normani because she literally makes it look better when she can. But then you look at Normani. I mean, you look at Allie and Lauren, and you're just like, this choreo really isn't all that great. Oh, somebody left a comment on my page on the June Diary song, and it said this song was stupid, lit. But I saw just this song was stupid, and I was about to go in. I'm like, no, it was not. But he said the song was stupid, lit, with like laughing faces. I don't know why. I don't know. I'll check it out later. I want them to put Allie in a room by herself and make her dance till she's tired. Stop. Y'all just be going in. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm starting to close my eyes. I need to go to bed. Justin's almost home, so he's gonna come in here and make a whole bunch of noise. I'll just tell him to go to the other side and play his game. Monty needs to be the choreographer for 5H. Oh, stop. Y'all think it's not easy being a choreographer. And like I tried it for a while because like I mean I've done it a lot. Like when I was in Glee Club, I was a choreographer for my school's Glee Club in high school, and I mean we came up with some really good stuff. And me and the girl and the girl who was like the actual choreographer, like we would just be together and we would come up with some really cool stuff. But it's really not easy to be a choreographer. And just because you can dance solo and just because you can dance with a partner doesn't necessarily mean you can come up with routines. for a group of people. It's difficult to come up with a routine that works for a group of people. So, hey, you can dance. Yeah, I mean, I do a little some. I do a little some. Um, like since I started late though. I was like 12, maybe 13 before I actually started getting into dancing. And it was after I watched Honey that I really got into it. And then after that, like when I watched it when I was a teenager, then I started getting into it a lot more. So I actually have Lorianne Gibson to thank for getting me into dancing because she did all the choreography for that movie, for the most part anyway. So I really thank her. And also, yeah, and in college I was in Ram Squad, and they were like a hip hop oriented dance group. I did a couple of things with them. We did Thon. I was on the big diamond stage and stuff. And it was really cool. And I learned a lot from the different dancers who were on there because there were dancers because I've never had professional training in dance, but everybody who was a lot of the people who were in Ram Squad, they had taken dance classes, hip hop dance classes, and ballroom dance classes before, so they were more experienced than I was, and so I learned a lot from them. Um, but yeah, they need to learn to sing while dancing before they have choreo. Well, that's what June's Diary did. Look at the performance of Good Time. There's actual choreography in that song, and there was hardly any. You couldn't really hear a lot of breathing. Okay, they have an entire routine, and then they went right into the next song, and it was good. And they did like a full like 10 minutes of choreography, dance breaks and stuff, and they were good to go. They were good to go. I didn't hear any like, you know, hard heavy breathing or anything. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna make some more tea in my throat. I gotta stop talking. Yes, we talked about that. Normani falling and saving, and like kind of like making it look like it was on purpose. All right. So we're gonna close it up, guys. Sorry, I can't stay longer. I like Danny said, I might do one later. I might come back. But for right now, I'm gonna close this up because I'm really tired. It's like I'm not even gonna be really able to keep up, like to catch up with my shows because it's just really bad. Like I really have not been able to sleep for a while, and it's irritating because I really want to sleep at night, but a lot of the times I'm just like up and I can't fall asleep, or sometimes I fall asleep and then wake up and then can't go back. So, but it is what it is. Anyway, so I'll go now, and I hope. Well, maybe I'll come on later. Like I said, I may come on later. So definitely look out for that. If if you're free later, look out for me. Okay. You have insomnia, pretty much. Bye bye. Like it's 3:47 in the afternoon here, and yeah. Hey, bye bye.